lemon water, trying to fight the cold and also trying to lose weight at the same time. Anyway, good day. My name is Senzelo Lenkabini and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I give you insight on what it's like to be homeless, surviving the streets, and also how to rehabilitate oneself once you have left the streets. So today, on the calendar, it is the 31st of December 2022. However, you are watching this video in February. I don't know the date, but you're watching it in February 2023. So just pretend you're watching this video in January. I mean, you already pretend with everything else. So today, I will not be focusing on a specific question revolving around being homeless, but I will just be talking about the life lessons I learned whilst I was still homeless. And because I don't want this video to be too long, let's start. Okay. Life lesson number 1. There are only 3 life lessons, by the way, but as time goes on, I think I'll make another list and then I'll do a part 2 to this video. Okay. Number 1, patience. I remember before I became homeless, I was the most impatient person ever. I was so impatient that I wouldn't even wait in the line when I have to go withdraw money. We Capitec ATM. Yes. We all know how long those lines are for Capitec ATMs. So I didn't even have the patience of even waiting in the line before I became homeless. I didn't even have the patience of waiting even in the supermarket when you have to go and pay by the register or by the cashier. I didn't have the patience. I just didn't have the time. By the way, I wasn't even employed. But I just did not have the time. I wait, be patient. No, there was none of that. But when I became homeless, wow. And you learn patience, because this is how I learned patience when I was homeless. Okay, well, you all know that on the streets I survived by collecting cans, cardboard boxes, and plastic bottles. Right. So when you've collected all those recyclable materials, you now have to walk and take them to the recycling center. And when you get to the recycling center in Durban, because it's as if Durban is the hub for homeless people, when you get to the recycling center, you find the longest line ever. And when you are homeless, unlike when I was still homeful, when I was homeless, I didn't have the luxury of saying, oh no, I'm not going to be patient, I'm not going to wait. I had to wait in that long line up until it was my turn, to the point that I had to wait for maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Yes, because if I do not wait in that line, I will not have money to buy food. So I was forced to wait, because remember, I wasn't the begging homeless person. I didn't beg for money. So I had to wait in those long lines in order for me to get money so that I can buy food. And that's the biggest life lesson that I've learned: patience and waiting on God's time. And when you are waiting on God's time, you can literally wait for years. You can wait for years when you are waiting on God's time. And that's why you need to be patient when you are waiting on God's time, because God works on His own time. You cannot rush your Maker. So that's the biggest lesson I learned when I was still on the streets. Patience. Wow. Yay. I am so patient now that I literally let someone even go in front of me. That's how patient I am now. Like, okay, you say you came first, okay, get in the line. I can wait. I can wait for a whole 2 hours now. I can literally wait at the Capitec ATMs for a whole 2 hours, even 3 hours. Now, patience. And since I've taken on the journey of becoming a YouTuber, I really need this lesson called patience, because you wait here on YouTube. If it's not the 4,000 watch hours that you wait for, you wait for the 1,000 subscribers. So YouTube does indeed need patience, and I'm so glad that I have learned this lesson. And yes, and I hope you have also learned this lesson as well through your own trials from just life in general. If you haven't learned, please learn from this video, learn from me and what I went through. Okay, yes. Life lesson number 2: control of emotions. Controlling one's emotions, being sane. I learned to control my emotions on the streets when I had to deal with individuals that were carrying dangerous weapons, who would literally go in front of me when we were waiting at the recycling center. They would literally go in front of me when I've waited there for 20 minutes. And I could have easily just raised my voice or complained, but what I did was I was like, oh, you know what? You want to go in? Fine. I'm not gonna be angry. I'm not gonna sulk. I'm not gonna hold a grudge. Go in front of me. Control of emotions. Because if I had lost it, Pella, other homeless people carry knives. They carry dangerous weapons. And so, if I had lost it, I could have probably been stabbed to death. And then after being stabbed, they would have taken my recyclable materials and gotten a lot more money from the things that I have collected. But because I was able to control my emotions and not get angry and not blow everything out of proportion, I am still breathing till this day. And now you are watching me on YouTube. And I have also utilized this life lesson. Those are firecrackers, by the way. But anyway, I have also utilized this life lesson since I'm now rehabilitated back home. And it's gonna work well for me because there aren't a lot of individuals within my family that are accepting of someone that was homeless. You know, as I was saying, there aren't a lot of people within my family that are accepting of someone that was homeless, even though they know the truth of how I became homeless. But now there are some individuals that are judging me based on the fact that I was once homeless. But when someone tries to throw snark remarks or sly remarks, anyway, when someone tries to throw snark remarks or sly remarks, I control my emotions and I just smile because I'm just grateful for the fact that I survived. I survived something that they probably would have never been able to survive. And that's why I'm so grateful that I got to learn this life lesson, controlling thy emotions. I'm so grateful for learning this lesson. I apologize for the firecrackers. It's the children. Anyway, let's move along. The third lesson is no more people pleasing. And I used to suffer a lot through people pleasing before I became homeless. I was the type of person that if I greet you and you don't respond back, the following day I'll still be the one that greets you because I was, you know, it had not clicked yet that you cannot out like someone. You cannot teach someone how to like you. For them to like you, it has to be innate within them for them to like you. So before I became homeless, I was so heavy or so is the right word interested, or I was so controlled by people pleasing. I felt that I could literally make someone like me. But when I moved to the streets, I realized that I had literally did myself a disservice because you cannot force someone to like you. If someone doesn't like you, they don't like you. And people who don't respond when you greet them, those people don't like you. So then why are you greeting them the following day when you can just say futzak, you know? Yeah. So when I got rehabilitated back home, that's when I decided that I'm not longer going to be doing any people pleasing. I'm just going to do me. I'm just going to greet the people that I want to greet. And if that person does not respond back, then I move along. I will never greet you again because life is too short. I learned from the streets that life is very short. Life is this much. Life is very short for you to spend your whole life focusing on trying to get someone to like you. If they don't respond when you greet them, move along. Greet the people that respond when you greet them. Yes, that's what I do now. And I no longer take decisions based on focusing on somebody else's happiness. I no longer put someone else's happiness before my own. I now take decisions that will make me happy and doing what I want and doing what will make me happy. Because as I said 1 minute ago, life is this much, life is this short. And those are just the few lessons that I learned when I was still on the streets. This video is already 30 minutes. So I don't want to make this video long. So yes, please do like, share, and subscribe, and also comment below. Also share your life stories, and also give suggestions as well in your comments, and also ask questions as well. And maybe as time goes by, I'll do a part 2 to this video and add other life lessons. And I'll add other life lessons that I learned whilst I was still on the streets. I will see you in my next video. Because as you all can hear, as you all can hear, the children. Hey! If it's not the chickens, it's the children.